Hey guys, Sunil here, and in this video, I'll be going over the tools that will enable you to crush cold email and outbound in 2025. As we discussed earlier, the landscape of cold email and outbound has changed significantly in the past few years. Back then, you could use a tool stack like this and get away with it, where you could just use Apollo to scrape a list of emails and then blast the list with a basic sequencer like Apollo or Outreach. The problem with this approach now is that your inboxes will burn in a matter of few days depending on the volume because you're just blasting without taking any precautions. You'll end up in spam once the domains and inboxes burn, and then boom, congratulations. You just wasted the money that you spent on the infrastructure, which is not ideal, right? So, what are the tools that allow you to succeed in 2025? You now need better tools for list building and enrichment. You need better tools for list cleaning, infrastructure, email warm up, email reply and inbox manager. Points 4 and 5, right? For 4 and 5, basically a good sequencer. You need a really good sequencer that will allow you to do all these things under one roof. Now, with that being said, let's start with the first part: list building and cleaning and enrichment as well, right? So, for list building, cleaning, and enrichment, you can use Sales Navigator plus Clay to build the initial list. You could also use Apollo to build your initial list with the filters that Apollo gives you, but Apollo has an export limit, right? This is a lethal combination for building your initial list. And once you build your initial list, you push it to Clay. Then you have the waterfall enrichment to basically have providers like Lead Magic, Find Email, Prospeo, Drop Contact, Hunter, Datagman, and so on try and find the email for you. You basically fill in the gaps and then find the emails through multiple different providers. You stack different email providers together and then see where you can find the valid email from. Once you found the email, you finally clean everything with list cleaning tools such as Million Verifier, Debounce, or Instantly's own email verifier. The cool thing is, except Million Verifier, these two are a lot. They are available inside Clay itself. You could just use it via API, or even you can even use it via the credit system that Clay has. Another important thing, here's how Clay shine is ClayGen. Clay's own AI agent. Right? This is super advanced and super awesome for list enrichment, right? Advanced enrichment, that is. So you can find really specific data points like the case studies that they have on their website, the reviews that they have, things like that, all via ClayGen. You can even have ClayGen review if your list, right, if that particular prospect or company matches your ICP or not. The use cases are endless. So it's pretty amazing, right? And the cool thing is you can use all of these via just credits, or you could even plug in your own API for API keys for OpenAI or Claude, and for all these different data providers as well, such as FindEmail, LeadMagic, Prospeo. You could even use it for your own API keys for Instantly List Cleaner, I believe, and Debounce. You do also have other list cleaners that you can use, such as Enrose and Enrichly, that have inside Clay itself that you can use. You can connect it with API or use it via the credit system once again. So that's how amazing um, Clay is, right? If you're not using Clay, you're missing out a lot. You can even use Clay. Clay is connected with tools like Story. It's built with. There's so many different integrations, man. It's awesome, right? So I would highly recommend you get Clay, right? This is what I would recommend, and these are the different data providers that I would recommend as well. My trusty combination is FindEmail, LeadMagic, ICPs, Enrose, Prospeo, and then I would even people suggest TryKit.ai as well. I would even try that. Um, yeah, that's my favorite combination. So that's for list building and cleaning. Let's go with infrastructure now, right? For infrastructure, you can use Cloudflare for domains. That's what we use, and then Scale Mail to get the inboxes, or to set up the inbox. They have the inbox set up for you. You get inboxes that are much affordable pricing, much more affordable pricing there. Hope I'm saying that right. And yeah, they handle setup work for you as well. The cool thing about Scale Mail in particular as well is you can order a mix, right? For example, 70% Gmail, Google inboxes, and then 30% Outlook, something like that. There are so many options available on the Scale Mail page. Check out scalemail.com and check out premium inboxes as well. Now, for email reply, email warm up, and inbox management, I would use Instantly um, or Smartly. I would also, the new upcomer is Email Bison as well. So check out Email Bison too. That's pretty awesome too as well, especially for agencies. It was created, I believe it was created in mind, keeping in mind for agencies, right? Specifically for agencies, basically. So those three are sequences that I would suggest you take a look at. And they all have a master inbox to which you can connect all the different email accounts that you purchased, so you can view all your replies out of one dashboard, right, or one unibox. So, and also you can handle all your email warm up as well under one tool. So that's there. And for LinkedIn outreach, I would recommend HeyReach or Pros. Right, Pros. A cool thing about Pros is they have, like, you can automate voicemail, right? Voicemails, right? You can send voice notes as your LinkedIn messages at scale. They have AI voice cloning to enable you to do this. So that's where Pros.ai stands out. HeyReach is also pretty amazing. They have, it is built for agencies in particular, especially with the agency plan, right? It's pretty awesome as well. So yeah, that's pretty much how I would go ahead and handle outreach, right? And basically the tech stack I would use for succeeding in outbound in 2025, right? Get something like, say, get Clay, get an email verifier like Million Verifier, and yeah, you could even get Apollo, and then you set up your inboxes, your infrastructure with this uh, through this combination, either Scale Mail or Premium Inboxes. Both are pretty good. Um, and then set it up under an email sequencer like Instantly or Smartly to start off, because it's cheaper compared to Email Bison. And then if you have more of a budget, then of course go for Email Bison. Email Bison is really good as well. For LinkedIn outreach, yeah, once again, HeyReach or Pros. So yeah, with that being said, that covers pretty much the tech stack that I would recommend for you to get started with outbound in 2025. Of course, you can use whatever you want at the end of the day, but this is what I've used and I've found pretty good, right? This list may change in the future because the tech space keeps changing, tools keep coming up, new tools are introduced into the market every single day. So yeah, with that being said, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you.